When it started out, it seemed harmless. Harmless fun. It was a great place to share information, stay in touch with friends.
Our mission, my mission, is to connect people, to connect the world, one sniff at a time.
Yeah, I knew him. I knew him back in school. I remember one night, we're all up late, and he's telling us about this idea he has for this app. And he's spitballing names, and they were all pretty terrible, like Hydrant, or Piddlegram, or The Flow. And it was me. I'm the one who says, no, none of that. What you call it Whizzbook.
For the canine population, you cannot underestimate the importance of smell. Every dog, no matter their sex, age, breed, when they inhale through the nose, they are experiencing a symphony written on the wind. When a dog marks a tree, or a bush, or a fire hydrant, which has of course become the cultural archetype, that scent telegraphs their health, their state of mind, their reproductive status. Each time a dog urinates, they are essentially leaving a pee mail, but only to those handful of dogs that follow behind them.
When I'm out on walkies, I'm in it for the exercise, sure, but what I'm really looking for is the hot goss.
Oh yeah, spill that tea, ladies.
Bark Tuckerbird understood this, and that understanding made him one of the wealthiest young entrepreneurs of our century.
Bark Tuckerbird was the runt of an upper-middle-class litter in a comfortable suburban home. His owners, a successful pair of computer programmers, saw great promise in this diminutive golden doodle and sent him to the exclusive Cambridge Hound Dog Academy,
where he had trouble making friends.
The pedigreed Tinklemat brothers were among his fiercest critics.
He sucked.
That dude sucked. I hated that little dude.
The Tinklemats, identical twin greyhounds, were distinguished athletes, bred from a gene pool that was highly exclusive if somewhat shallow. To curry their favour, the young Tuckerbird created an app designed to identify whether their female classmates were in estrus. Heatbeat, as it was called, quickly became a campus sensation.
Is she in heat?
That one? That one.
Oh yeah,
What about that one?
her? Totally.
Tuckerbird was quickly ejected from school. But the success of Heatbeat inspired him to an even greater ambition.
As I was escorted from the campus of the Cambridge Hound Dog Academy, I marked a tree. A lone maplewood that I had always admired from my dorm room window. I left my mark on that tree, but I asked myself, who will know? 10 dogs? Maybe a dozen? And I thought, how can I get people to smell my pee at scale? How can I mark the entire world?
The answer to that question would lead a young Bark Tuckerbird to the West Coast and his destiny.
There is a simple elegance to Bark Tuckerbird's innovation, reinventing the marking process for an online world. The Whizzbook app let dogs share personal information by urinating on a cell phone. Once a dog finishes doing their pee-pees on the phone, Whizzbook digitizes their personal information and broadcasts it to a social network where it can be shared by thousands, even millions.
A vast social network that quickly grew beyond the wildest dreams of Bark Tuckerbird. Within a year of its release, Whizzbook became the most downloaded app in the global canine community. Bark's success was unparalleled, and he padded his inner circle with friends and yes-men, even offering spokesmodel jobs to his former rivals, the Tinklemat twins.
Whizzbook rules.
Tuckerbird was riding high, but even with his unparalleled success, the ambitious young doodle wanted more.
Wagyu kibble, Balenciaga harness, only the best. But it was never enough. All he thought about was scale, scale, scale. How do we get more users? How do we extend our reach?
Young Bark Tuckerbird had a brilliant idea, but he had little concept of the backlash that was about to be unleashed.
So Bark wants Whizzbook on more screens, because more eyeballs means more money, right?
But Tuckerbird's solution would soon collide with popular outrage in what came to be known as Chipgate.
So look, I'm chipped, right? My folks is chipped, my cousin's chipped, my lady, she's chipped. It's like totally a normal thing. Most dogs on most streets in any town in USA got an ID chip. Like no big whoop, right?
What people didn't know is that the engineers at Whizzbook found a way to connect those chips to create a mesh network that not only boosted the signal for Whizzbook users, but simultaneously scraped the personal data housed in over half a dozen online pet registries.
They had info on every dog all over the country. Name, sex, address. And Whizzbook is hoovering it all up like a street sweeper.
And who's footing the bill for all this data mining? Big Pet, that's who. Palmart, Wolfworks, Pet Spa. Whizzbook turned on the data spigot, and those Fortune 500 pet people just lapped it up.
When news of the massive data breach leaked, Bark Tuckerbird and his Whizzbook PR team quickly went into spin mode, downplaying these accusations and assuring the canine public their data was safe. There were numerous attempts to humanize the young CEO through the use of online videos.
Hey everyone, we're live from my backyard with my homies where I am playing some fetch. Fetching some meats. I'm fetching meats now. Fetching kielbasa. Fetching these meats here.
They were all met with humiliating failure.
And just as it seemed the company had reached its lowest point, fate delivered a final blow when a pair of unnamed whistleblowers surfaced online, verifying the Chipgate allegations.
Yeah, he stole us all your data, bro. Dude knew exactly what he was doing. I hate that little dude.
Whizzbook stock took a dump on the sidewalk. Faced with global disgrace in the eyes of the public and mounting pressure from investors, Bark Tuckerbird sold his interest in Whizzbook and receded from public life.
I think there was too much feminine energy at Whizzbook. I think that's where things went wrong. So I needed to reconnect with my inner alpha.
The next several years, Tuckerbird embraced the fierce world of underground dogfighting. He credits his travels around the world in pursuit of blood sport with focusing his mind and body and inspiring his latest technological achievement, a head-mounted display where dogs can mark territory in a 24/7 persistent virtual world space called PR.
I mean, I've walked the globe. I've marked ancient cairns in the highlands of Scotland, left puddles at the top of Kilimanjaro, peed in Christian Slater's jacuzzi. But not every dog has the opportunity to travel the vast expanse of this majestic planet and urinate on it. Now they will, in the Petiverse.
Looking back, what can be made of the life of Bark Tuckerbird? A classic story of American hubris, a case of unrequited ambition, or merely the first act in what promises to be an enduring tale of epic conquest? Only Bark knows how he will complete that symphony written on the wind.